Hey Trent.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. So you're about 8 days of practice, about a week and a half of camp. You just said your first scrimmage on Sunday. How did that go from an offensive standpoint? I know you're one of the guys working in the mix. How did that scrimmage go for you guys?
Yeah, it went well. Good challenge by the defense on was Sunday. The days of the week run together right now. Sunday, yeah. Yeah, good challenge. I'd say maybe they got the better of us a little bit. The playbook is a little bit smaller when you're only a week in, so it's really simple football. Not a lot of tricks from either side. So not exactly scheming anybody up. It's just kind of traditional ball. So it went well, and I think it was good for both sides.
Trent, Jacoby Jones has come in here and has had a pretty good start to fall camp. What have you seen from him? And I know a lot of players have talked about his presence, his physical presence and physicality. What has stood out to you about him?
Yeah, he's definitely a big, strong guy, and he just has a veteran presence. He's played a lot of ball at junior college and then Ohio, so he just brings that knowledge with him, and he's used it well, and he's been making plays.
What is it like to have so many veterans in that wide receiver room here?
Yeah, I think it's a positive thing for sure. We can feed off each other, learn. Experience is the biggest teacher for us. Game reps, which we have several guys with a lot of those. So when you're able to put that all in the same room, we can learn a lot from each other and just be more versatile.
Coming out of the first scrimmage, what have been points of emphasis that you all are working on in practice this week?
For the receivers, it's always downfield blocking, winning 50-50 balls, and then just execution of what's called. Like I said, through the first week, the playbook isn't as big just because we've only had a couple practices. But as we go on to more scrimmages and then into games, you have more and more to know and execute. So we'll keep building on that.
It seemed like it was kind of like working on basics on Sunday for offense. You know, what kind of things are you looking to nail down in those early days of scrimmages and the early days of practice? Like, what are the key things you guys want to drill in before you start putting things up and scheming against other opponents?
Yeah, just the big thing in Coach Malzahn's offense, playing fast, playing with pace, some RPOs here and there, and just steady fits on blocking and know when to swing it out the perimeter, all that stuff. Just kind of the marquee pieces of our offense is what we establish first.
What have you seen from some of those younger guys like Riddell and others, these first 2 weeks specifically?
Yeah, I think they've done a good job. Camp can be tough, especially mentally, just a grind every day. You're here all day, every day. So trying to help those young guys through that mental part and then let their physical tools take over when they're out on the field and go make plays.
I know Coach said the other day that KJ Jefferson, when he's not live, he's kind of limited and kind of holds him back a little bit from what he likes to do out there. But just kind of what's been your evaluation of KJ and how are the wide receivers kind of getting chemistry down with him?
Yeah, I mean, KJ throws a great catchable ball. I think that's been evident through spring and this first part of camp. Coach Malzahn's right that when he's not live, he obviously doesn't have one of his huge weapons, which is his legs and, the ability that he has not to be tackled, especially in the open field or, right up the middle. So I think he's been great, and I am excited to see when he finally goes live against another team how he performs.
Trent, Coach Roof talked about avoiding camp, the blues, in the middle of fall camp where things kind of maybe can dip a little bit with guys getting tired. You've been through a lot of camps, fall camps. What is it you guys can do to maybe avoid kind of that letdown maybe in mid-camp?
Yeah, it's definitely a thing, kind of the dog days of camp, as we like to say. I think a huge thing is just to look kind of towards that next landmark of camp. For us, it's a scrimmage on Saturday. You just kind of got to will your body to get to that point, and then you go play ball, go play live again, then you hit reset, go through another couple days of practice, try to push yourself towards that next big date of camp, whatever that may be. And then after a while, it's not a big date in camp, it's a game day matchup. So just kind of train your body in that way.
Some of the other receivers talked about you as a 50-50 guy. What excites you about that mono and mono?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of defines our position is being able to come down with those balls. And if you make those plays in practice, you'll get that opportunity in games, and that's all you can ask for is opportunity, and then make the most of it. So it's super exciting to get those opportunities, and like I said, just trying to make the most of them.
As a veteran, how do you approach your role as a leader?
Yeah, I think it's important. I try to be the same type of guy that I had others be for me. For me, it was when I was at Florida, guys like Van Jefferson, Josh Hammond, Freddie Swain, who were lucky enough to play some in the NFL, just taught me a lot about really being a pro, which obviously we're collegiate athletes, but this landscape is changing dramatically, and they taught me how to carry myself, and I hope to pass that along to the younger guys to just take your job professionally and work hard.
How important is it to you to kind of go out with a bang in your last year of football? And on that note, how important is it to you to, just what it means to be a UCF legacy? Your dad was an excellent wide receiver here as well. He played here. You're going to finish your career as a Knight just like he did. What does that mean to you?
It means a ton, especially to be able to carry on my dad's legacy. He means a ton to me. Probably my biggest role model in many aspects of life, football, spiritually, just being a man. So to carry on his legacy is huge. What was the first part of the question?
Just how important is it to you just to go out with a bang? Your last year of college football, like how important is it to you to have a great season?
Yeah, I mean, of course I'd love to go out with a huge season, as everybody would. I think it's a huge motivator to work hard, knowing that it's the last ride from a collegiate standpoint. So that's a huge motivator when you're in the dog days of camp, as you asked. Is if you got one more, you got to leave it all out there. So it's a huge motivator.
Trent, your dad's coaching high school right now. Right?
He is. He's back on the horse. So he's head coach there at Buchholz. They got let's see, maybe a fall jamboree next week, and then high school season opens up after that, I think. So I'm excited to see how the Bobcats do. I'm a huge Bobcat fan. I love being in the hotel Friday night getting high school football updates. So.
Do you want to coach? Like, I don't know if you're starting to think about your career post-football. Is coaching something you're interested in?
It does interest me. Don't know exactly the route I want to take. I've been interested in some administrative work as well in sports. I would like to stay in sports in some capacity. It's kind of all I've ever known. So we'll see where things take me and what opportunities bring or come my way. But I've made a lot of great connections at UF and here at UCF, and I hope that those pay off.
All right,
Thanks a lot, Trent.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Good luck.